Bank system annoia, fear of financial organization systems, anger over seemingly unexplainable fees. Fees 5-4-fum.
Do you think we'll ever suffer from bank system annoia at Merchants Bank?
No,
And why not?
because I think that Merchants Bank is it's a small town bank with big bank capabilities, so no. Merchants Bank.
The bank that's service built.
Welcome, Warrior fans. We are all access this week with the newest member of the football coaching staff, Steve Opgenorth. Steve, thanks for joining us. Really excited to have you back, a graduate of Winona State. Maybe talk about your experience as a student athlete and where you went after that.
Sure, no problem. I appreciate the time, Trav. It's awesome to be back here in Winona, Minnesota. I graduated here in 2004, was a student athlete and played from 2000 to 2003. And was really here at a pretty good time.
Absolutely.
Of Winona State football. 4 years, we were in the postseason, 2 Mineral Water Bowl appearances, 2 runs in the NCAA playoffs, and then my senior year in 2003, making it to the national quarterfinals. So that was definitely the most positive and influential experience of my life, and it kind of led me into the next step of coaching. I coached 2 years at Carroll College, which is now Carroll University, in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Was under a very impressive head coach there, Jeff Voris, who's now at Butler University. And then in 2007, had a chance to take my first full-time coaching job at Albright College, right outside of Philadelphia in Reading, PA. Took over a program there with a brand new staff, a brand new head coach. And at the time, we weren't very good. So we had to put a plan in place. We had to recruit the right type of kids, kind of start from the ground up, and in 3 years we went from 2-8 to 11-2, and last year in the national quarterfinals. So that experience alone certainly helped me in the profession, helped me grow not only in recruiting but the development part when working with 18 to 22-year-old young men. So I'm back. It feels good, and certainly I think it's the right time to be back here at Winona State.
Absolutely, and already making an impact, that's for sure. We're lucky to have you, but how about recruiting, a big part of your position here? Talk about some expectations in there and kind of some plans moving forward in the recruiting process.
Sure. Well, that's a big part, I think, of the development of a program. The recruiting process is, to me, the foundation and really where you can build a national playoff participant year in and year out. The biggest thing for me was realizing what the potential of Winona State University and our football program really is. We have unbelievable advantages, over some of the schools that we play against, and really any school in the country. You talk about our education and the degree that a young man can carry out of here for the next 40 years. You talk about the facilities, brand new weight room, integrated wellness center. You talk about this stadium and the experience and the atmosphere on a Saturday afternoon. And then you talk about just the surrounding community, and all those are advantages. And then most importantly, you throw in the people. And really it's the people here that make this place really run. All the new facilities, to me, is just brick and mortar until you add the people around us. And that starts with Coach Sawyer and Larry Holstead and the community and the staff that we've hired. This is a special place to recruit. And we'll put together a plan, we have already, that we'll entitle Recruit and Develop. And we want to recruit the very best people we can find, the most talented football players that are going to improve our campus, improve our roster, and hopefully get us into a position to play for a national championship. So to me, it's really a 14th-month process. It was how we went from not very good to very good. The last place I was, and I think when you talk about the potential here at Winona State, it makes just that much more interesting, because I think if you can get the right kid here, not only is our potential very high, but their experience here through the 4 and 5 years is going to be outstanding.
Absolutely. I've talked about it a lot this year. No better time to be a Warrior than now, that's
no doubt.
For sure.
There's no doubt about it.
You really got us going this season, started us off with a great win for the entire athletic department. Talk about the experience down in Carson-Newman and coming away with that win.
Sure. No, our kids did an outstanding job. They showed resolve, they showed great character, and they played a pretty darn good football game. We beat the number 9 team in the country, 24-21. They've got an unbelievable home record over the past decade. When we went in there, about 112 degrees, and worked through some adversity and pulled out a huge victory. So that's going to start us off on the right foot in 2010. And a couple guys came up big. Curtis Dewberry had a big game. Evan Aber, started his first college football game, did an outstanding job. Eric Swan on the offense side of the ball, and then our defense forces 3 turnovers at opportune times, and it was fun to watch. It was fun for me, just kind of the first time in the coaching role here at Winona State, and the trip itself. Coach Sawyer, Coach Blazik, as a travel coordinator, did an awesome job. We were at the University of Tennessee to check out their facilities on Friday morning. Toured the Smoky Mountains, went to the top. Neat. It was good. It was a good experience. There was some team building involved, but ultimately our kids treated it as a business trip, and they got the job done right.
Absolutely. Also part of your responsibility, special teams, and they came up pretty huge. Curtis Dewberry, as you mentioned earlier, was named NSIC Special Teams Player of the Week, and freshman kicker and Kinney really coming along. Maybe talk a little bit about special teams.
Sure. Well, one of my main priorities when I got on campus was to make special teams a priority within this program and kind of build an excitement level around it, a philosophy, a mission statement that we can really work from. And so our special teams throughout this 2010 season will be the big play units. I expect a lot. Our program's expectation of special teams is a lot. We spend a lot of time as a focus. So we've got some difference makers. You mentioned Curtis Dewberry, Chris Norgard, Eric Swan, Derek Engel, as guys that we can have returning the football. When you get with the football in their hands, something exciting is going to happen. So our guys are working very hard. We pushed them in circuit work and different installations and stuff that I brought from my experience. And I expect our special teams to be a difference maker. I firmly believe you can win 3 to 4 games a year on special teams. And then Thomas Kinney, true freshman, 18 years old, came in here, won our starting kicking job, and has really done an outstanding job. He's got a little bit of swagger to him, some confidence. I like that. And when you start building a program, you want your kicker to be a difference maker, and I think he's got that potential. There's no doubt.
A lot of weapons this year. Coming off the Carson-Newman win, a bye this week, and then next up at home against Minnesota State Moorhead. What are the Dragons looking like this year?
Yeah, we've got a bye this week, which it's nice. It helps us heal a little bit. It gets us off almost a 4-day trip down to Tennessee. So a little jet lag has set in, and we're focusing back on the basics this week, almost the training camp mentality to get our kids back to understanding and mastering the fundamentals. We really put the game behind us. You were 1-0. 24 hours later, you're back to 0-0, and our focus is on the conference season and Moorhead State Dragons. They lost their first game. They've got a new staff up there, a new system, new defense, new offense, new this, new that. So, when you face teams like that, sometimes as a coaching staff, you got prepared for anything because it is kind of new. But we've been hard at work. Our kids are watching film. We got scouting reports done about a week and a half before we usually would. And the biggest thing is this place is going to be rocking on September 11th. So we're looking forward to open up NSIC play at home and hopefully keeping this 2010 season rolling the way we started it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach. Reminder fans, September 11th, first home football game here at Verizon Wireless Stadium. Kickoff's 1 p.m. Tailgate will start at 11 a.m. This has been another Warrior All Access.